You probably heard about the arson fire at the Chabad of Delaware. Well, I stayed at the Chabad house and I want to tell you about it. So listen to this. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Inspiring Hope. This is your weekly boost of uplifting Jewish inspiration. I'm Rabbi Tzvi Sittner, and on behalf of Aish.com and the Village Shul, I want to thank you all for listening. I also want to thank this week's sponsors. Today's talk is sponsored by Ernie Gutstein and Barbara Granick Gutstein in honor of the yahrzeit of Barbara's father, Jerry Granick, Gershom ben Moshe Melech Olav Shalom, may his neshama have an aliyah. So, 3 years ago, our family was driving from Toronto to Pennsylvania for this huge Shabbos Hanukkah family reunion. Now, unfortunately, somewhere in the middle of Delaware, we hit this massive snowstorm. The visibility was terrible, traffic was barely moving, and the clock was ticking. Now, with about 40 minutes to Shabbos, we realized that we weren't going to make it to Pennsylvania before Shabbos for this family reunion. So we started looking for the closest Jewish community, and it turns out that we were somewhere near the University of Delaware's Chabad house. So I called the Chabad rabbi. I didn't tell him who I was. I just said that we're a Jewish family stuck in a snowstorm, and we need a place for Shabbos. He says to me, look, we're not home for Shabbos, but if you want, you could stay at our house. Now, he didn't even know our names, and he starts telling us where to find the keys to the house. We make it to the house with about 2 minutes to Shabbos. We run in, no time to set up the menorah, no time to set up our Shabbos candles. And with about 30 seconds to spare until sundown, right there on the table was a menorah, candles, and a match. It's as if it was waiting for us the whole time. My wife lights the Shabbos candles on one side of the menorah. I light the menorah candles for the second night of Hanukkah on the other side of the menorah. The match goes out, and it's Shabbos. So as you could imagine, this Chabad house has a pretty special place in our hearts. So when I saw the pictures of it intentionally engulfed in flames due to a possible hate crime, I was pretty disturbed. But I noticed that while the Chabad house was pretty much destroyed, the giant menorah on the front lawn was unscathed. And it reminded me that while the Anti-Semites can ignite fires in our shuls, they can't extinguish the fires in our souls. Because as Jewish people, we are so much more than our buildings. We are an eternal nation with a ner tamid, an eternal flame that's literally within every single one of us. We have the Eish HaTorah, a fire of Torah that we all have in us. Yes, they may have burnt down the house physically, but they can't bring us down spiritually. As Jews, we take the fire from that arson and we use it to light our menorahs. As the old saying goes, they tried to bury us, but they didn't know that we were seeds. But this message about being strong on the inside despite the external challenges, it's also a personal message as well. Because in life, we all experience external pains. Maybe you were laid off from work recently. Maybe you're fighting an illness. Maybe you were hurt in a relationship. Whatever it is, physically you may have been hurt. But deep down inside your neshama, your life source, it's burning as bright as ever. And yes, you have it in you to pick yourself up, to persevere, and to burn even brighter than ever. I want to thank you so much for listening. And if you want to sponsor the next episode or send me a message, just email me at hope@aish.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.